When you're in pain, soothing as a springtime rain, to have a friend right in your corner, your heart will feel a little warmer. Tender loving care, tender loving care, each warm and friendly touch lets someone know you care so much. Tender loving care, tender loving care.
Hello and welcome to Tender Loving Care, a segment on TV Channel 3, normally hosted by Greenbrier Almond. We would like to thank him for dedicating tonight to the 200th celebration of Buchanan. So we're going to talk about some of the highlights that have been going on at the meetings, as well as a time frame of activities that are going to be going on throughout Buchanan over the next month and a half, gearing up for our 200th celebration on September 30th. So one thing to look forward to in the next couple weeks, on September 1st, we're inviting all windows on Main Street and all businesses to decorate their windows with historical artifacts over the many years of Buchanan, or also even their business, any way they want to decorate.
Right, if you've got old pictures you want to share, or costumes, anything at all, just grab a window. We'll make sure it's okay with the business people. But, you know, ask to use the windows and try to help us decorate town big time.
Exactly. And then following that, of course, you all know every week we have Festival Fridays. And Festival Fridays originally was going to be ending the first week of September. It's been extended for 3 consecutive Fridays to go through the end of the month. So keep looking for that and come to Festival Fridays starting this week, and you can get applications for some of our events we're going to be talking about tonight, which include our parade, talent show, and pageant that we'll talk a little bit more each event. But one thing we're still looking at, a possibility, is September 17th having a chili cook-off. And we're not
Which that should be
yes,
fun.
I think it's going to be great.
A lot of fun.
All kinds of fun.
And Jawbone Park will be full whatever weekend they pick it, but Buck Edwards
yes,
is working, trying to coordinate the details for a chili cook-off. So start digging at your recipes so you can come down and compete for the main prize.
Right. And over the next few weeks, if you have a child in Upshur County Schools, they're going to be coming home with some information about an essay contest and also some art contests that are going to be going on through the school system. Those will be judged by teachers throughout the town and community, and we're going to invite some of those essay winners to come on September 30th and read those essays, as well as they're looking at sometime the end of September, beginning of October, you're going to see the art show, possibly at the safety complex is where they're thinking about putting it, but we're still waiting to find out for sure about that, but that's the possibility.
Yes, and the photo club, the Buchanan Upshur Photo Club, is also taking part in this historical event. They will be taking photos through the month of October and November. So this celebration just isn't for the September time frame. It's going to extend out to at least 3 months or more.
Exactly. Okay, and then some big events that are going to be, that we want to focus a little bit on today. One big event is going to be on Friday, September 23rd. And it's going to start at 6 p.m. and that's going to be a talent show. This talent show, we're hoping to get a lot of people from the Buchanan area as well as West Virginia Wesleyan. And we have applications here at City Hall. You can, when you come to City Hall, just ask for one of these applications. You're going to be able to fill it in and please bring it back to City Hall by Thursday, the day before, on the 22nd. Then that way on the 23rd, we're going to get all of the acts together, approximately 4:30, and kind of give them their rundown, who's going to be first, second, third. We're hoping to fill a whole evening, a couple hours worth of entertainment.
Right.
And we're going to give you 3 to 5 minutes per act, thereabouts. Don't you think, Deborah? I think that's a good time frame.
There's different categories.
Yes.
Now, if you also have music that you're bringing in on a CD or video or however you're bringing your music, make sure you show up at least 2 hours early. That way, the gentleman taking care of our sound will have plenty of time to prepare the music
Right.
and make sure the order that you will be appearing in the talent show.
Right. And we're going to have divisions for dance. If you want to do a little skit, if you have a song you'd like to sing, whether it's just you singing or you get up there and you have your band behind you, and we will work out. So that's why we need them in by Thursday. So we're going to make sure we have a variety and it's not all the songs at one time, all the dancing at one time. We're going to mix it up a little bit so it gives you something to look at. You can even lip sync. Well, we're fine with anything, juggle, anything you want to do. You want to ride your bike around the circle a couple times. We're just looking for some talents.
Whatever.
Yes.
Now, these winners will also participate in our following weekend parade. We'll have a vehicle or a float or hay wagon, something for these people to be showcased on as our first place winners in these categories.
Yes. And then after they go through the parade, what we're going to ask them to do is do a little bit of entertainment, because we're hoping everybody comes out and sees them in the talent show. But we know more people will come out to see the parade. So you can stop by Jawbone after the parade and see these acts perform again live. So they're going to get 2 opportunities to perform in Jawbone, 2 consecutive weeks.
Right. Now, and also the video that will be for sale following all of the events of the bicentennial event category. So, I mean, if you're in the talent show and you want to purchase one of the videos, feel free to let us know. I'm sure they'll have a table set up.
Yes.
That way we'll have all the information, who's selling them at that point and the price, which we're not sure of yet. And then following the talent show, on the very next day is going to be our pageant.
Yes, and we're going to look at 5 different divisions for the pageant this year. We're going to have a Tiny Miss division for 4 to 6-year-olds. Then we're going to have a Little Miss division, 7 to 9, preteen 10 to 12, teen 13 to 15, and a Queen division 16 to 19. We're hoping we get a lot of girls, and the only prerequisite, you must live in Upshur County. It is not a statewide pageant because we want to showcase our town and our community, because this is the Buchanan 200th celebration. Those entries, 1 division, they are going to all get a t-shirt. We are going to have t-shirts hopefully for sale by the end of this week, if not next week. The t-shirts will be $10 a piece, and they're going to have the emblem for the 200th that says Buchanan celebrating 200 years, and we will have those for sale for $10, but all of the pageant contestants will receive a t-shirt because they're going to wear it for their first phase of competition.
Right. Now, we don't have any sponsors yet
No.
for those t-shirts. So if you're watching the show and you would be interested in sponsoring the t-shirts, please contact City Hall and we will make arrangements for you to be the sponsor of those t-shirts.
And again, with these applications, they're available here at City Hall. And these applications need to be back by the Monday prior. So we need them back by September 19th before City Hall closes. And that gives us a few days, because one thing we need from every contestant is a couple pictures, because we will have the photographs in Friday's paper, both the Intermountain and the Record Delta. We'll showcase all of the contestants. It's going to have a little bio about each girl. And so if you don't get your application in by Monday, I'm sorry, but you're not going to be in the paper. I mean, that's all we can do.
And all checks are to be made payable
Yes.
to the city of Buchanan.
Right.
So if you're entering your children, the Tiny Miss and Teen Division is $25 and the Queen Division is $50.
And the reason the Queen division is just a little bit more is because the Queen is going to actually get a few more things, and so we want to make sure that it covers everything they're going to get. And we're talking, there's a possibility. We've been talking to Wesleyan and some other colleges in the area. I've sent a couple emails out, and we're hoping to maybe get a little bit of money for these girls, because we are asking them to do a 30-second promo about Buchanan. It needs to be anything and everything that has to do with our history, and just have a couple facts, 2 or 3 facts, definitely in 30 seconds. And the judges are going to be looking for that information, but also make it fun. You can get up there, you can sing, you can dance, you can have a few little, your outfit, instead of just the jeans and the t-shirt, maybe you have some color on it that goes along with what you're talking about. Anything to make you stand out.
Right. I mean, dress the historical part if you
Yes.
want. you can recite something from the history books. Just you do your 30-second, basically a little tiny commercial
Right.
in order to promote Buchanan.
Anything and everything. And on this application, the first page is just a simple application, a one-page application. Then you have a second page. Make sure you pick up the second page as well. It has your general pageant information, and it's also going to tell you, because we are telling you what, if you're in which division, Tiny Miss through Queen, what your dress needs to be. Because it's going to tell you Tiny Miss needs to have on the short party dress. Then your next division needs to have on a T-length dress. And then your preteen, teen, and queen is going to be a long gown, but they need to be age appropriate.
Right.
And that's really important because the judges will look to make sure, and it's not hard, you can find dresses everywhere. I mean,
And we've already got our judges.
we have judges,
So
we're
they
good.
are from out of the area.
Yes.
And crowns have been ordered, banners have been ordered, awards. I think it's going to be a new event, but it's going to be exciting and fun also.
Right. I think it's going to be great.
Now, these winners will also participate in the parade that'll be held the following Saturday. And the little, the queen that wins, we would like for her to speak at the ceremonies on the 30th. Give her a little PR speech that helped
Right.
her win the title.
Yep.
So just anything like that.
Exactly.
Now, the following Saturday on September 30th, we're going to have a parade. Buchanan always loves a parade.
Yes, they do.
So the parade will start at 6 o'clock. Lineup will be at 5:15 on College Avenue. This parade will be a shorter version of kind of like the homecoming parades that we have here in town. Lineup is on College Avenue. It'll come down to East Main Street. So we're asking everyone to take their chairs and get ready for the parade to come down East Main. It will turn left at the court, or at City Hall, excuse me, at City Hall and go down to Jawbone for the remainder part. We are going to showcase church groups, costume characters, any type of novelty group, walking groups. If you've got a dance team, twirlettes, anything at all. I mean, 4-H, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. We're just inviting everybody to come out and really participate and really showcase what you've got for Buchanan. They're asking some of you if you want to get a group together and dress in the historical
Yes.
costumes. Back then, we will have a gentleman going around. You'll think the ghost of John Buchanan is roaming the county that week, but just look for a gentleman with a kilt. You never know when he's going to show up. But I mean, you know, just anything at all that you think would be an exciting showcase for the parade, please stop by City Hall, pick up a form, or you can call Charlene or myself, and that way we can make contact with you and say it's appropriate or not
Right.
to participate in any 3 of these events. But if you get a hold of City Hall, they've got the information forms
Yes.
here. You can drop off your forms here, or you can mail them in to 70 East Main Street. Everything will be going through City Hall for all of these events.
And one thing you need to remember about the parade as well, just like the pageant needed to be in by Monday the 19th, we're asking that you send in your entry for the parade as well by the 19th. We will still add you on Friday, but you're going to be at the end because we want to try to mix up so we don't have 3 bands at the same time, because we're hoping that not just the Buchanan Upshur Band and West Virginia Wesleyan Band is here, but we're hoping maybe we could get Lewis County or Randolph County, some groups to come in from other surrounding counties. And we want to make sure,
Right.
the twirlettes, we don't want to put them all together. So if you can get those applications back to us by Monday, that would be wonderful, so we can kind of make our parade line up. And then again, if you don't get it until Friday, we're fine with that, but just understand you're going to be at the end of the parade.
Now, also on the parade, there will be no judging.
No.
Everyone will receive a participation award certificate or ribbon. We're not sure yet.
Right, because
we're
we
giving
want,
out.
exactly, we want
But
everybody to be part of the 200
Everyone
celebration.
is equal. We want everyone to show up and just have a good time.
Exactly.
Now, following the parade, it will end at Jawbone Park, and we will have a short ceremony, but then keep our fingers crossed that we get enough sponsorships together that we will have beautiful fireworks over top of the courthouse like we did for July 4th.
Yes, and it was wonderful. So if you or someone you know might be interested in helping out with those fireworks, if you can call City Hall, let them know that we're looking for sponsors. We need sponsors, and everyone loves a nice firework display, but it takes a lot to put one on. And we would love to do it, but we need money. So please call City Hall and say, I'm interested in either sponsoring the pageant t-shirts, I'm interested in sponsoring the fireworks, I'm interested in helping out with the awards for the parade,
Right.
anything you want to help with. And it can be small, every $5 adds up. We're willing to take anything
That's right.
to make Buchanan's 200th celebration the biggest we've ever seen.
Now, along with the t-shirts that the city will be selling, Ron Hinkle has also designed a beautiful glass ornament.
They're gorgeous.
If you look on the Facebook page for the bicentennial page, Amanda Hayes
Yes.
put a beautiful picture on there. It looks like an Indian arrowhead. It's all clear on the outside, and it has a beautiful blue stripe going through the center. Those do sell for $10 a piece. And if you're interested in that, the CVB has them, as well as City Hall.
And then looking past September 30th, we're going to look at some other events that we're going to continue celebrating our 200th celebration clear through the holidays. On October 9th, a big event that will happen in Jawbone Park, we have a time capsule. And right now, Amanda Hayes and Marita Bray are in the process of, people can call in City Hall, they can talk to either one of them about ideas to go in this time capsule. Some ideas that have already come up are something from the Historical Society, something from West Virginia Wesleyan, one of those ornaments we just talked about with the sun catcher is going to be in there. You know, from the Strawberry Festival, we have a DVD over our 75 years. Anything that's been significant in Buchanan and Upshur County, we're going to put in this time capsule. The time capsule will be buried on October 9th in Jawbone Park. The time frame we're not sure of yet. And then we have a large boulder that's going to be put over the top. So there's no way anything's going to happen because everyone knows Jawbone floods. So, but it'll be a beautiful ceremony, and I'm sure we're going to have some speakers again then.
Right.
And we just want you to be aware and put that on your calendar. So things are not going to end on September 30th, and we have just a couple more events to talk about after that day.
Right. I mean, you know, if you all have any suggestions that you would like to offer to City Hall, I mean, please call and leave us a message. I know we're working on the t-shirts and the fireworks and trying to get all of these events lined up now, but it's never too late to add an event. We will also be doing a beard growing contest.
Yes.
So for the gentlemen that are out there wanting to get a little scruffing out, hold off. Wait until that date is announced.
That's right. And
So
start
you can
clean shaven.
start clean shaven so you can participate. That should be interesting. We've also got a lady that is trying to work and get a Delaware tribe to come in and set up during part of the celebration with the Delaware, you know, being part of our heritage here. I know they're planting trees to dedicate things for the Pringle Tree brothers. So, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff going on. We don't have everything here in front of us. But if you do know of something that would be historically inclined to help us celebrate, you know, please call and let us know if the city is missing something that, you know, your heritage has wanted to share over the years, from it being pictures to
Right, anything.
old stories. You know, I mean, we could have somebody tell stories on this corner or in, you know, one of the halls. But I mean, everyone loves a good story. But other than that, I mean,
Anything you can possibly think of, like Deborah said.
Yeah.
We're looking for suggestions to make this celebration go to the end of the year, because we want it to start. And we've been, small events have been going on. Of course, for those of you who don't know, the city of Buchanan started, of course, we had their 4th of July celebration on July 1st. Prior to that, to kick off the celebration, they were one of a major sponsor for the Strawberry Festival this year to help out to start. They sponsored a division of the parade for the first time, and that was part of the city funding for this. They are going to continue to come up with ideas, and they're really looking for that public support because they need it. It's like anything else. Every idea, there's no bad idea. We can play around and find a way to incorporate anything you may have. Another idea that's been suggested, and we're kind of looking at this, is to talk to some of our local restaurants, bakers, and kind of an idea like a cupcake wars or maybe cookie wars for Christmas time. We're looking at some of those baking ideas, and we already talked about doing the chili cook-off, some other contest-wise like that. So again, if you come up with anything that you might bring people into town to kind of enjoy our heritage, because Buchanan does have a lot of special things that have happened here, people who've come out of our area. And we do need to talk about one thing that it popped into my head, the statue of Lurch.
oh yeah.
Yes. And I'm not sure when they're going to be unveiling it, but we are looking at, for those of you who don't know, the band who played Lurch on the Addams Family actually went to West Virginia Wesleyan College, and so there is going to be a statue put in Buchanan showing his height, his stature, and
It'll be
Lurch,
dedicated.
and dedicated
Yeah.
to him. And that'll be coming. You'll see that pop up soon. And so anything you can also think about, and we'll just spend the next 5 minutes or so.
They're also going to start doing signage
Yes.
for special authors throughout the area, not only in town, but on the outskirts of Upshur.
Right.
So if you know someone that's famous that you would like to have recognized, let us know.
Yes. And we'll just spend the next couple minutes before our time is up, and we'll highlight the time frame one more time. September 30th, we're looking at have the window displays to open up. After
September
that,
1st.
September 1st, sorry. I'm sorry, September 1st.
September 1st.
I have September 30th in my mind
Yeah.
because of everything, the
That's what-
parade, yes. So September 1st, we're looking at the window contest as well as the beginning of the essay and art contest throughout the Upshur County schools.
Right. Then we'll roll over into the weekend of the 17th for hopefully the chili cook-off. And then the following weekend will be Friday, Saturday event, which will be the talent show on the 23rd, pageant on the 24th. Oh, and with those events, if by chance it's a rainy day,
Yes.
which we're not
hoping.
we're not planning on rain,
No.
we're planning on beautiful sunshine. But if by chance all of these events will be moved to Wesleyan College, to the Performing Arts Center,
Yes.
but the same time schedule on the
We'll still be,
applications.
right, we'll still be on the talent show on the 23rd at 6, as well as the pageant on the 24th at 2. We'll just have to move indoors.
Right.
But we're hoping not to, but we just need you to know that could possibly happen.
Now, but rain or shine,
Yes.
the parade will go on 6 o'clock on the 30th.
Yes.
So that's one thing we cannot postpone due to bad weather. But dress appropriate. Just remember it is fall. If you want to decorate a little float, use your fall themes. Use some pumpkins, use some fall flowers, just make it colorful, but still try to keep in mind the bicentennial celebration that you are participating in.
And those of you, we already mentioned the parade route, but I want to mention it one more time. Everyone knows typical parades in Buchanan go down Kanawha Street. We will not be using Kanawha Street. The parade will start on College Avenue, go down East Main, turn left at City Hall, and end at Jawbone. So those of you who live on East Main, you get your own parade this year and expect lots of people in your yards instead of on the yards at Kanawha.
Yeah, but if you do live on East Main or College Avenue, we're asking you to please do off-street parking.
Yes.
The parade should only last maybe an hour.
Yeah.
And we would greatly appreciate any assistance that you all could give us.
Right. Because the parade lineup will start at 5:15, so they're looking at closing the street probably by 5:45. So you know ahead of
Right.
time, you have plenty of notice, it will be in the papers to remind you. They'll keep doing updates on Facebook page between City Hall Facebook as well as the 200th celebration. Just keep in mind on September 30th at approximately 5:45, you're not going to be able to make it down East Main.
Right. And then on October the 9th, when we bury the time capsule and move the big boulder into place, we hope everyone comes out to help us celebrate, which that time will be announced at a later date. They're still working on details, and we're still searching for a lot of things to put into that time capsule. The time capsule is approximately 18
Yes.
by 18. So just keep in mind, anything that you do bring down to place in it has to be in a waterproof container. I think those Ziploc bags. But yeah, just anything from old pictures to if you've got a family heirloom that has to do with the town, please
Right.
bring it down and share it with us.
Yes, and make sure that you can drop it off at City Hall, and then they will take care of getting it to Amanda Hayes and Maria Bray, and they'll take care of. And we're not guaranteeing every single item's going to make it in,
Right.
because if we end up with duplicates of things or we can't fit everything in, but if it does not make it in the time capsule, you will get it back. So make sure if you do drop it off at City Hall, you label it with your name, your phone number, maybe even an email address, any way that we're going to be able to get a hold of you just in case. And even if it does make it
Right.
in, they're going to want to let you know that your piece is going to be in there, so you're sure to be here when they bury it.
That should be pretty exciting.
Yes, I'm
I mean,
excited.
it's not every day that, the town buries a time capsule.
Exactly.
And I know they were trying to research to find out if there was any other type of time capsules throughout the city or the county. So if you know of anything that's been buried over
Right.
the years and past, please let us know, because if there is a time capsule out there, we want to know if it's time to open that thing up.
We do. And we just wanted to take a moment to once again thank Dr. Greenbrier Allman and this Tender Loving Care segment he has given for over the next few weeks. He's given some time frames, and they've already done a few of them to kind of promote all of this 200th celebration. And we really appreciate him. He's a wonderful asset to our community,
He
as well
adds so much.
He does. And talking about stories, he might even have some stories to share
Yes, he's
during
got-
festival.
I know during Strawberry Festival,
Yes.
he always has so many beautiful
He does.
books. He and his
Yes.
father,
Right.
all of this story. So, hey, Dr. Allman, if you've got some good stories to share, just
Right.
come on out.
And
We would all love to hear them.
that might even be a nice little addition to the 30th,
Oh, yes.
to have him down there and could do a couple minutes worth of stories or promotions, things that have happened, especially after all he's already done for the 200th by giving us these segments. Again, thank you to Dr. Allman, and we will see you all hopefully on the 23rd, the 24th, and September 30th.
Stories of a West Virginia Doctor, written by Dr. Harold D. Allman. A collection of 55 short stories about his experience as a small-town doctor in central West Virginia. And Tender Loving Care. Stories from a West Virginia Doctor, Volume 2, written by Dr. Greenbrier Allman, using videotapes to write 70 additional stories of his father's very colorful life as a small-town doctor. They can be found for purchase at Amazon.com and most local bookstores. Tune into Channel 3 Buckhannon for Tender Loving Care with Dr. Greenbrier Allman, where he talks about the connection between Christianity and medicine.